Could we be seeing a CTR sequel in the future? And what could it look like? Let's talk about it.
Whoa!
What's up, guys? Canadian Guy here, and back with a brand new Crash Bandicoot 4 and CTR video. Yeah, we're gonna be crossing the streams on this one. So CTR Nitro-Fueled was an absolute success, from having loads of additional content added post-launch of the game to winning awards left, right, and center, including a Game Award, along with scoring the highest Metacritic score between Crash Insane and Spyro Reignited, and claiming the spot of having the highest opening week game sales in the history of Crash Bandicoot. CTR has, in the most objective sense possible, climbed to the top of the Activision remake ladder, which is very impressive considering this is actually a spin-off game to the main franchise. But here's the thing, when there is something that is massively successful as CTR, companies don't want to do just a one-off. They want to replicate that success in a sequel and make bank on it. So when looking at the numbers of CTR, it's actually fairly easy to determine that we will probably get another CTR in the future. But this is just pure speculation, right? There couldn't be evidence already that we could be getting another CTR so quickly, right? Well, you best pump the brakes. While yes, this is still clearly speculation, there is some evidence that stands out that might make you consider that there might be a sequel coming in the future. So, without further ado, let's begin. First things first, we gotta rewind back to an old leak that I beat to death. One that I brought up in many past speculation videos regarding Crash and Spyro that some of you might groan as soon as you hear the name. The Gaming Revolution. Yes, I know, this guy again. It's been a while since I've talked about him. And now that Crash 4 was announced, and looking back at what he had said previously, there is a bunch of really interesting thoughts and facts to consider that we can pull out of what he said. Let's take a look at the leaks once more. Some Activision games in the works: Tony Hawk Pro Skater Remastered, Call of Duty 2020, codenamed Project Zeus, Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, a free-to-play COD game from Sledgehammer Games, 2021 ETA, a PvP Crash game, and Crash Bandicoot: The Wrath of Cortex Remastered. Now remember, he did originally say that it was a Crash Bandicoot Wrath of Cortex remaster, but then later on and clarified that he only knew of it being as Crash Bandicoot 4 and that there was an assumption and miscommunication between him and the leaker. Now, this was tweeted all the way back on March 12th, 2020. Close to 3 months before the announcement of Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time. He also got the fact that Tony Hawk Pro Skater was getting a remaster, along with many other projects beforehand in the Call of Duty realm. Now, I want you to pay attention to the fact that there is a PvP Crash game, according to him, in the works. Now, PvP means player versus player. He expands upon it in a follow-up tweet saying, quote, "The Crash PvP game is still in its early days and is expected to release in 2021, although could change. It will also be available on console, PC, and mobile." So, a PvP Crash game is expected, though it might change, to show up in 2021. At least according to the Gaming Revolution. Now, something that people usually associate PvP with is games like Fortnite, Call of Duty, or any other game where it's usually by yourself and the main goal is to destroy or kill someone else, whether it be by yourself or on a team. But something that people seem to forget is that PvP also means racing games with online play, as it deals with racing against other players, fulfilling that player versus player threshold. Now, even though he is saying that it could show up in 2021, I think due to COVID and the general garbageness of 2020, I think this project might be shifted to 2022. But that's just me talking. But it makes sense to see Crash Team Racing come back for a sequel, because of its massive success. Now, what about some other details? Well, I think we can figure out some more details by taking a deeper look and dive at Toys for Bob. Recently, over on Toys for Bob's Twitter, they are currently looking for a senior multiplayer network engineer. Now, it's been basically confirmed that Crash Bandicoot 4 does not have online multiplayer. So why would Toys for Bob be looking for a multiplayer network engineer unless they were working on a title that required online play? Kind of like, you know, CTR. Toys for Bob is the team that is currently handling Crash Bandicoot 4, so it would make sense for them to be strongly involved to be able to port over assets and stuff that they made for Crash Bandicoot 4 into the new game, being able to recycle environments and many other mechanics for the brand new game, which has been built in the Unreal Engine. Now, Spiral was released in 2018, and Toys for Bob is releasing a game that's been built from the ground up 2 years later. If they can make a brand new game from the ground up in 2 years, imagine what they can do with 2 years and recycling environments from Crash 4. This makes me think that Toys for Bob might be the team leading the way once more on the next Crash racing game. Now, it also might be Beenox, it could be Vicarious Visions, they all work together in tandem, so it's possible that Toys for Bob just might be a strong support studio and Beenox is leading the way for the next Crash Team Racing game, or it might be Toys for Bob that is leading the way on the next Crash Team Racing game. We all thought Vicarious Visions was leading the way on the next Crash game, and it turned out to be Toys for Bob, which totally bamboozled us. But that also leads me to my next point. I also believe that the next Crash Bandicoot Racing game will have the same new art style as Crash Bandicoot 4, with the new models and art style. Now here's the thing, Toys for Bob already confirmed that they want to separate the different versions of Crash, with the insane style being remasters and the new style being for new games. And now we can assume that the next Crash Team Racing game will likely be a brand new title, because most of the future titles from Crash Nitro Kart and Crash Tag Team Racing has already been implemented into Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled in some way, shape, or form. So it is likely that the next Crash Team Racing game will be brand new. Now, because Toys for Bob already said that they're trying to separate them in terms of style, then the likelihood of it being the brand new art style has significantly increased. Now, we also know that there are different variants of characters when you jump from dimension to dimension in Crash Bandicoot 4. So we can see different variants of characters from different dimensions in the point of view of different skins. We could also get insane design callbacks as quote-unquote retro skins, and maybe even some of the mobile versions of characters pop up as skins as well. Who knows? The possibilities are limitless. The only thing is, I just hope that they keep Dingo Elf out from the game, because Dingo Elf does not deserve to be in anything other than the trash bin. I'm sorry, I can't stand his design. I'm sorry, I can't handle it. Of course, this is speculation. This is me talking with the little tidbits of information that we currently have and trying to start to figure things out, cause conversation, and get people thinking and talking of the future of these games. This by no means is a fact, but what do you guys think? Do you think that we could be seeing Crash Team Racing come back in the future as a brand new sequel? Comment below and let me know. A huge thank you to all those who support the channel through Patreon and being a sponsor on the channel. If you'd like to help it out, check out the links in the description below, where you can buy some CGE merch or become a Patreon. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe for more gaming and nostalgic content. Thank you so much, everyone, and I'll see you guys in the next video.